The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Sicilian Corner, winner of the Italian Heritage Media Award, with your hosts, Tom Zappola and Mike Lamazzo.
Mikey boy, nice to see you again.
Brother, how'd it hanging?
You've gained a few pounds.
You think so?
Oh, man.
Thank you very much for
What
noticing.
the hell you been doing? Eating Crispellis? For Christ's sake.
No, I saved
See,
up for the
winter,
feast.
you know what you're like? You're like a squirrel or a chipmunk in the winter, right? You just hoard all this stuff, you put it in your cheeks, and you eat it over the course of the winter, and then you lose it in the summer.
It's like the chipmunks.
Right,
The
right.
chipmunks thing blew up
Right?
like this.
No, you look good. I'm only kidding.
No, it makes no difference. I don't even know if I gained a few pounds.
Well, do you ever weigh yourself?
Not very often.
No.
I haven't had to change the batteries on that scale probably
You've been
for
along 20 years.
16, 17 years.
Hey, welcome to the
It's the one that
Sicilian.
didn't rot out. I don't know.
Welcome to the Sicilian Corner. Tom Zappola, Mikey Boy Lamazzo. I am glad to be back from Florida, back in the studio with the beautiful, the gorgeous, the hunkadorous
Voluptuous.
Chrissy Cunningham. Hi, Chrissy. You look great.
Hi, thank
Boom, boom.
you.
You had a good
Welcome
winter?
home. I had a good winter, yes.
Yeah?
Other than the winter part.
Yeah.
No, I like it for a
You
little
guys,
bit.
I mean, the winter was really mild this year.
We didn't have one.
I know. It
I know.
was ridiculous.
I don't know what I'm
God
going to...
forbid the year we actually do have one, because I'm already like, nope, this is enough.
And I got to tell you something. In Florida, the weather was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
My brother said the same thing.
It was amazing. We had a stretch of probably 30 days where it was 78 to
78 to
85
80, yeah.
and sunny. They needed rain desperately, and they got it after we left.
Me get rain.
But, you know,
Tommy, I can't imagine. Now, were you driving in that? Or
No,
you missed
no.
it? You had already been out of it?
it. Fort Lauderdale got 22 inches of rain. Where we are, North Palm got 8 inches, but it was so dry that it didn't even affect anything. It was good.
I'm at 2 feet of rain.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, think
forget it.
about that.
Forget it.
That's freaking mind-blowing.
That's nuts.
What a beautiful snowstorm that would have made.
But anyways,
Wow.
you know, though, it was a sucky winter for Ellen and I. It just sucked.
Because you're busy?
You know, it's not
Well,
that
you're
we're
trying to sell the place.
selling the condo
there's a lot of work.
was a pain in the ass.
Exactly.
Because number one, you have to keep the place spotless. I mean spotless, because the realtor can call you up and say, hey, we want to have a showing in an hour.
They do it that quick?
That's just like that. We probably had 20 to 25 showings.
But, I mean, you don't get no prep. You get no day.
Sometimes a couple of hours, sometimes a day, sometimes. The people that wound up buying it, we got a week's notice because they were flying in. And so we got a week's notice, and they're the ones that bought it. I mean, we had people. This is one, Chrissy, this is classic. There was this really nice young couple. And the realtor called us up and said, hey, you know, these two kids are renting an apartment. They just moved down here. They're both professionals, and they're looking for a condo. So I said, okay, no problem. So she says, can I bring them in? I said, yeah, we'll be out by the pool. I said, we'll be out by the pool. If you have any questions, I'm out there. You can come on out and ask the question. So they come, they look
Did you
at
have
the
your Speedo on?
No. They come, they look at the place. I just nodded to them. They nodded to me, went out to the dock, looked by the pool, and then left. Then she calls us back 3 days later, and she says, this young couple wants to, you know, come again. Can you hang
That's
around?
encouraging.
Yeah, can you hang around? They have a couple of questions. I said, sure. So they come walking out, and the guy, they're probably in their 31, 32 years old.
And they want to move to Florida full time.
They're already here in Florida. They're
Oh.
renting an apartment. So we got to talking, and he said, I had a Red Sox hat on. He says, you're from Boston? I says, yeah, I'm from the North Shore. He says, I'm from Weymouth. I says, oh, no kidding. So we started talking. I said, he's 6'8".
Ooh.
I said, you look like a basketball player. He said, well, as a matter of fact, I am. I was the captain of Boston University's basketball team, and I've been playing professionally in Europe for the last 6 years, and my knees are gone, so I had to, and I just got a nice position down here, working as a stockbroker or something. And his girlfriend, she was about 5'10",
Oh.
and she was the captain of Kansas State University's girls soccer team, both athletes. They loved the place. They're asking Ellen and I all kinds of questions about the place. She's asking Ellen about the plantings in the front. Love it, right? So they go back inside, and they leave. I get a call that night from the realtor. She goes, "I've got a problem." I said, "What?" He says, "He can't fit in the shower."
Oh my God.
The shower head is 6'6". He's 6'8", so he's 2 inches over the shower head.
Oh.
And there's not enough room to go up.
Yeah.
So that squelched the deal.
I have a friend.
Oh my.
Can you believe that?
I have a friend of mine. You know her, Louise Bouzier.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Went up to the place up in Quebec. It was like a summer camp. Her dad built it. But what a location. Right on the St. Lawrence River. I'd go sit out. Big wraparound porch. I'd go out there, sit there at 6 o'clock in the morning, have my coffee, watching the boats come
Go to
up the
take a
river.
shower.
So now the shower, right? The shower, best guess for me would be 5 or 10, maybe 5'10".
Oh, God.
So I had a crunch.
Yeah.
So I can imagine with this guy. So now the funny thing happened. So I go to lather up. Not only is it this way, but it's this way. So I lather up.
You're trying to wash yourself
I try
up.
to wash myself. I put a dent into the wall.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's the one that didn't go right through.
I said to the
went-
realtor, I said, "Listen, cut a hole in the ceiling so he can stick his head." I felt bad for them because they really liked the
Can
place.
you imagine some of these ball players, and this gentleman in particular, 6'8", being on a plane?
Oh, God, no.
For a long, if he had to say fly to Australia,
Absolutely not.
I couldn't even imagine.
Well, a lot of them,
They'll have to go first class.
they go charter or first class. Yeah. I mean, most of them do. But
but
anyway.
I can't even imagine the anguish and the pain.
So
That's-
I agree. So we got the place sold. We're happy, and we're really excited.
at your age, you don't want to.
Well, you know what it is, Mike.
For a short period of time, you go down there.
Well, we're there for 3 months, and we've been there
Pay
20
the-
years, and we decided to rent.
Yep.
And we wound up really lucking out. We're renting an
Real close.
absolutely gorgeous home right over the bridge on Singer Island.
Yep.
2 miles from where we are.
Yep.
Right on the water. So we're really excited. Plus, the upside is we can still use our condo amenities.
Because of your sister?
Because my sister owns there, so I can use the fishing dock. It's a win-win. So, yeah, we're really excited.
You know something? I'm glad to hear that. And, truthfully, with this crazy weather we've been getting, doing the right thing, pal.
Oh, I agree.
Don't be a property owner down there right now.
Not anymore. Not anymore. No, and we get 20 good years, time to move on. And plus,
It's
we
not
made a few bucks. I'm not going to lie. We
it's
made
not
a few bucks.
if something's going to happen.
Yeah,
It's
I agree
when.
with that.
That's the key.
The
So
other-
put the money. You can get yourself 5.25% with no risk. Put the money in the bank. Get the interest.
I'm going to buy baseball cards.
Okay. That's what you're good at.
I'm kidding. So, anyways, the winter did suck, though, between my knee. That my
Yeah,
knee
you were telling me.
finally went. So I do have to have a knee replacement. Between keeping the place clean, it sucked. It sucked.
You were always on edge.
Yeah. And then the ride home, which we will
So
never.
how's Baltimore?
Everybody makes stupid decisions. Have you ever made a stupid decision?
Oh, daily.
Okay.
Daily.
So, we had it all planned that we ship the car down, we're going to fly down, which was great. In past years, we have decided to drive back and have a nice little vacation. No more. It was the ride back from hell.
It can be.
From hell. First day was great. 6 hours, nice ride, checked in to the hotel, had a great meal.
6 hours from West Palm Beach takes you to where?
Savannah.
Savannah.
Nice night. Next morning we get up, heading towards Richmond. Took us about an hour longer because of some traffic jam. A little aggravating, but nothing, The third day, leaving Richmond, try to beat the rush hour traffic in Washington, D.C. Well,
The Beltway.
I realized that it's impossible because there is no time to beat the rushway. It
Boston-
could be 3 o'clock in the morning.
Boston's getting like that.
So we get stuck in the rush hour traffic in Washington, D.C. Lost an hour there. Then we're heading towards Baltimore, and there's road construction in Baltimore. Baltimore, they should just drop a bomb on Baltimore. Just drop a bomb on it. But
Why don't you like Baltimore? Are you saying just because of the traffic?
It's the armpit and murder capital of the world. It's out of control.
You think so?
I'm telling you, it's out of
The
control.
Inner Harbor, to me,
That's one block. One block is
it's
beautiful.
more than one block.
One block. You go past the ballpark.
Camden.
You go past the ballpark 1 block. You won't come back. You won't return.
Gone.
Gone.
Will he ever return?
You won't come back. Gone.
All right.
So we get stuck in a traffic jam there. Another hour we lost. So now we've lost 2 hours. Get through that freaking Baltimore
Let me
tunnel.
ask you this. At this point of your journey, were they getting really swollen?
Oh, bullshit.
You were like the ooh bird?
Oh, I was like,
Really?
my ass was hurting. My leg, my knee.
I can't even imagine.
Well, my knee
That's why
was
I kept
fine
on
the first
asking.
2 days, but my knee started acting up. So then we get to New Jersey. And New Jersey Thruway, no problem.
Yep.
We get on the other one, Park. What's the other one?
Yeah.
What the hell's that called?
Yeah. The Garden State Park.
Garden State Parkway. Accident. Right?
So you're doing good.
Accident. Yeah. Hour and 20 minutes. So now we've lost 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Of your day.
Now, here's the most aggravating part. Where the accident was in New Jersey was 20 minutes from the hotel. 20 freaking minutes from the hotel. I said to Ellen, let's pull the goddamn car over and walk. I was that irritated.
It annoys you.
I was that irritated. But no fatalities, so that was good.
Did you come back Tappan Zee?
Oh, yeah.
You take the Tappan Zee all the time?
All the time.
So you don't go over to George Washington at all?
Oh, God, no. What are you, nuts? Why would you subject yourself to that? The Tappan Zee is boom, right over. And by the way,
from the Tappan Zee, that's brand new, right? This is the relatively new one, right?
Yeah, and from there, from the Tappan Zee, actually, the hotel was before the Tappan Zee.
Oh, okay.
The hotel was 10 minutes before the Tappan Zee. So we stayed at the hotel, beautiful property. It was a Sheraton. And then the next morning we get up.
In the morning, it was a hot skip and a jump to get home.
3 hours.
It was more than 3.
No, 3 hours and 10 minutes. It took us 3 hours and 10 minutes. Do you know that? Listen to this.
You're not hogging me,
You're not going to believe this.
What?
You are not. Guess how long it takes to get from the Tappan Zee Bridge to the Merritt Expressway in Connecticut?
About 40 minutes.
20.
20.
20 minutes. I thought it was like a lot farther. 20 minutes from the Tappan Zee to the Merritt Parkway in Connecticut. 20 minutes. Unbelievable.
Was there much roadkill on 95?
Oh, all kinds. There was one thing I couldn't identify.
Really?
I still don't know what it was. It was like a
Should have Googled it.
It was like a combination pig deer. I'm telling you.
Really?
It looked like a pig and a deer.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I couldn't identify. I'm going to ask Rico when he comes in, because Rico was really good about identifying roadkill on the way home, because he emailed me at least 4 or 5 times. Hey, I just spotted this one, right? So anyway.
I haven't driven down a flower in quite a few years.
Don't.
I have no intention to
Don't.
do either.
I highly recommend that you don't, because, there was one other thing in South Carolina. Rico calls me up. Rico was like 2 hours ahead of us.
Oh, you guys left the same day?
Same day. So he's 2 hours ahead of us. He says, hey, have you hit South Carolina yet? I says, in about 15 minutes. He goes, oh, you're going to love this one. The whole 50 miles of the 95 was torn up. Like when they're putting a new skin on it.
Yeah.
So it was all bumpy. 50 miles. 50 freaking miles. I felt like I was on the back 40 of the Ponderosa. It was unbelievable. Wow. Rico says I get whiplash.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you mind driving at night?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because, I mean, to me, I love driving at night. And usually, traffic is a hell of a lot better, and you can really book. I was just wondering.
No more. Next year, flying down, flying back. That you can make book on.
And you know what you're saying.
And you know something? I did the math. If you calculate, take the cost of shipping the car, the all of that
probably
stuff, the
comes
plane,
out the same as the hotels.
It's $800 more to ship the car and fly. If you include the flights and all that, it's $800 more. All right, listen, that's enough about me. First segment, I knew this was going to happen.
No. I'm interested. I was curious as to how you made out. That's why I kept on calling you. Because, with bad knees, and
you're
going to need to have some work done.
You're going to come visit me?
Huh?
Christy, would you like my old knee?
No, mine are pretty crappy as it
No,
is.
but I'll put it in a vase, in a jar for you.
Absolutely not.
I mean, little autograph it. You sure? Because I was thinking. All right, listen, we're going to take a quick break.
How many pieces is it?
Two. We're going to take a quick break. I got a lot to talk about. Some of the restaurants, the Italian restaurants in Florida, they suck, except for one.
Oh, 4 or 5 years ago when I said that to you, you gave me the business.
They suck. Pizza?
Forget about
sucks.
It's the water.
It's pathetic.
I told you that.
I would take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
Today,
Lawrence General Hospital has affiliations with leading Boston academic medical centers. Top specialists from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center work with our local doctors to bring world-class care close to home. Today, amazing partnerships are happening at Lawrence General Hospital. To learn more, visit lawrencegeneral.org/today.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
A loyal sponsor for the Sicilian Corner is Hilton Oil Company. Hilton Oil has been located right across from the South Lawrence Common since 1932 at 101 South Union Street. Hilton Oil Company specializes in 24-hour burner service, oil deliveries, including automatic deliveries, serving all the Merrimack Valley area, plus portions of southern New Hampshire. If you want your car fixed right the first time, bring it to Hilton's state-of-the-art service station. Remember, Hilton's is also a Mass State Inspection Station. Hilton Oil Company, 101 South Union Street in Lawrence. Call 978-687-9793.
This is Cindy.
And Mike Kunstler.
Owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
In addition to the spectacular views overlooking the golf course, we have an incredible new chef, Oscar Figueroa.
We still have all the favorites, but Oscar has created a lot of excitement with his new specials.
Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
Okay, we are back.
Hey, you know, I was reading an article the other day, and it caught my attention right away. The title was Items That Are Going to Disappear Within the Next 10 Years.
Items?
Merchandise,
okay,
product, services.
That's interesting.
And
what do we got?
It was interesting what they had to say.
What's first?
Well, you got grandchildren, right?
I do. 7
of them. If I was you, I wouldn't let them take up a trade of locksmithing.
Okay.
All right? I mean, that's
locksmithing is going to disappear. That makes all the sense in the world.
There's no keys. There's not going to be any keys left at all. You got security, but it's going to be your eyes. It's going to be the fingerprint. No more keys. So
all right, stop.
all I'm saying...
Stop.
Go ahead.
Real quickly. The last night we checked into the hotel, that nice Sheridan,
yeah,
their key system was broken. We check in. The guy says, I hate to do this to you, but you're going to have to use the key to get into your room.
I hate to do this to you.
Honestly, is that what he says? Swear to God. Gave each one of us a key. You're going to have to use a key, I'm afraid. No big deal.
Well, anyway, locksmithing.
Okay, I buy that. Next.
The common sense one. The freaking post office.
I don't agree with that.
Tom, they got to do something because
but they're not going to disappear.
You think they're getting their lunch eaten by UPS, FedEx?
Yeah, but
they're killing them.
Yeah, but they're putting a game plan together.
They've been doing this for 40 years. I mean,
we use the post office every day. Barbara is a sweetheart. We love Barbara.
Yeah, did you get her something for her birthday?
Yeah, we bring her candy. Her and Ellen hugged each other yesterday because we had to stop the meal the last 2 weeks in Florida. They hugged.
How old's Barbara?
68. All right, so what?
Nothing. I was just referencing her age in my head to his list and like things that are going to be.
No, I just.
What is it? Gone in the next 10 years? She's doing fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll.
The post office might still be there, but
yeah, I think it's going to be
post
different.
Office civil service, yes, right?
Yes, but it's going to be different. It's still going to be there. It's going to be different, though.
Let's look at 2001, for instance. Okay, 2000, not that far away. I mean, back. 103 billion parcels went through the United States Post Office, right?
How many now?
2 years ago, 53 billion.
Yeah, but hold on, that's changing now.
It's gone down more.
You know what I
think? Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Do you really think that the United States Post Office turned around and says, okay, we have half the volume, we have better technology. Do you think that they half their payroll? What do you think?
You know what I think is going to happen?
What do you think about the payroll?
I think it's ridiculous. But you know what I think is going to happen? I think the government, this is just my opinion, will cut a deal with both FedEx and UPS, and they will come under the umbrella of the government. It'll be private. They're privatized, but they'll have some kind of a deal with the government where they will handle those types of packages. But I still think the post office, as we know it today, will exist on a smaller basis to handle paper, because people still mail letters, Christmas cards,
but
things
it's
like
going
that.
down.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Email is killing them.
I understand that.
And what's left over? You got the FedEx, you got UPS. It's
it's pretty lazy. I mean, Christy, do you ever get those e-cards? You know what an e-card is?
Oh, like a gift card? Like
No. Like, you ever get an e-card?
Well, tell us what it is.
An e-card is like...
No, it's a secret.
It's like... No, Ellen's not...
He's not going to tell us.
Ellen's not watching this, so I'll tell you. Like,
what's an e-card?
I got an e-card from my sister-in-law in my email. So what it is...
It's a gift card?
It says Happy Easter.
Yeah.
And you click on it, and it's a little cartoon that says, to Tom, Happy Easter, love, whoever.
Oh, it's an email, but it's like a card.
It's like a card. They call it an e-card.
And she saves 63 cents for mailing it.
But yeah, I mean, don't
Soon
you
to
think,
be 66.
Don't you think that's kind of a shortcut?
There's no
That's
thought
the point of
involved.
it, right? No, but that's the point of it.
Well,
What's wrong with the
but anybody
shortcut?
can do that. I mean,
She doesn't like you, so she's trying to get away
You
as
take the
cheap as
time
she
to
can.
write out a card. You take the time. You know what I mean?
Writing is
like my brother-in-law Frank.
Who teaches writing anymore in schools?
My brother-in-law Frank.
Nobody.
Frank Spadafora. He does that. Now, Frankie, he gets a pass because he's 83 years old, and he's a lazy bastard, right, Frank? No, he's 83 years old, and he sends e-cards, but that you can tell. You know what I mean? He really does put thought in. He picks them out. Some people, they just send an e-card. Go ahead, continue. What's next? I digressed. I'm sorry.
You think?
What's next?
I'll tell you one thing about the post office I just like to mention to you, and then we'll move on. Chrissy,
Yes.
how much do you think the post office, I mean, they're bleeding. They're bleeding like crazy. How much do you think the post office can save if they get rid of Saturday delivery right now?
$3 billion.
Pretty close.
Really? How much?
3.4.
Really? Well,
Forget Saturday delivery.
Yeah, they don't need Saturday
What do you
delivery.
get? You don't get nothing. I'd like to
That's
know
what I was going to say for the record.
You don't get
being that the question was posed.
Well, you don't get stuff on Fridays, though. Fridays, all you do is do you get mail?
Yeah.
Like mail?
Yeah.
I mean, on Fridays, you get all that garbage mail.
I've never, in Australia, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Australians, if you're listening, but I don't think we get mail on the weekends at all. I was very surprised when I moved here, and I'm like, there's mail on a Saturday?
All right, so yeah.
Like,
I
who
agree
does
with
that?
Get rid of it.
Wow.
And save the money. Anyway, that's the post.
What else you got?
The check.
Oh, man, that's a tough one for me.
The check.
That's a very difficult. I'm torn about that because I still write like a check to my snowplow guy, right?
Yeah, okay, I do too.
Right?
Because I have no other way of paying them.
Exactly. And to my guy that mows my lawn, right?
I'm surprised they don't want
Now,
cash.
I used to write checks. You can't write checks anymore. Like what I do is, for instance, with my...
You have everything automatic withdrawal?
No, because it's like in Merrimack with the light department, the electric company, all right? You can't, they don't automatically withdraw it, but you can write an e-check. So what you do is you take your checking account and you give them the routing number.
Okay.
And they take it out of your checking account. That's the only way they can do it. They take it out of your checking account.
I have one of the utilities at home. I want to say it's the electric. I'm not 100% sure. And anyway, something I have to pay every month. And I says, okay, I'll go on, have automatic withdrawal. Okay?
Sure.
They want to charge me $3. $3 every once a month.
Thieves.
It's called a convenience.
Thieves. They're thieves.
They're getting their money on time. They're getting it at the same time. And they want to charge me $3?
They're thieves. They're absolute thieves.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, it doesn't even make sense. I think they would want you to have
thieves.
The
I
money
tell you.
comes in quick. What is it? Thieves?
They're thieves.
Thieves.
But you've had the same checking account for how many years?
Not very long.
Okay.
Once I lost Lucille, I had a.
Okay. I've had the same checking account for 30 years. So the checks come in numbers?
Yeah.
All right?
Where are you now?
Over 10,000. But if you go back a year, I'll bet you I've only written 20 checks over the last year. It's gone from up here, phew, drop like a rock.
I just had to order 2 books.
Drop like a rock.
That's why they're going to go bye-bye.
And in Great Britain, I don't know about in Australia, but in Great Britain, no checks.
Everything's
gone.
Really?
It's been gone for 4 years.
All right, what else you got?
Are you trying to push me?
No, so far I'm very interested in this. It's about time you did something that's creative.
I don't use checks at all, just for the record. They tried sending me them, and I said, please don't waste the paper.
So how do you pay like your utility bill?
Online.
Online.
Everything's online.
Yeah.
It's time to step it up.
Is there a fee because you're paying it online?
Potentially. I don't do the auto. I don't let anyone automatically take money out of my account. I don't trust them that much. I pay it. So this morning I paid both of mine. I paid my electric and my gas, 2 separate ones. I just go online. I do it.
Pay it.
Yeah. If there is, it's small. I don't think it's like $3 or anything. It might be like $1. And I'd still rather pay $1 than have to write a check and send a check and do all that nonsense. I want to know it's paid.
Well, in the early days, when I didn't have a pot to piss in, when I was 18, 19 years old, the other thing you could do, I think it's illegal, is if you knew you didn't have the money in your checking account, you would write a check, right, and it would buy you extra time to get the money.
Yeah, I also don't like that. I like instant.
Right?
I want money in and money out of my account.
No, I agree.
I don't want
There's a whole period. They still have that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's next?
Printed newspaper.
Oh,
this is dear to
that's a
you.
no-brainer.
This is close,
that is such a
close to you.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. First of all, the Eagle Tribune is a perfect example. They've gone from 70 pages to 3. Number one, but
I'm actually, and nobody loves reading a newspaper better than I.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a point now where I'm ready to say.
Not only that, but let me tell you what they've done now.
The content. It's all about local sports. I mean, how many captains, co-captains do you have to see their picture in the freaking paper? Come on. Let's talk about baseball, the Bruins, basketball.
I agree
There's
with
so
you.
much. You got nothing. I can't even see the freaking standards.
But let me
sometimes.
tell you something else. What they're doing, and it's not working. Ellen called this one too. We all know why the newspaper business collapsed, because when the internet came out, use Commonwealth Motors as an example.
Right.
Charlie Dyer used to take out 2 or 3 full-page ads that was tremendous revenue. When the internet came out, what happened? Tribune had their own website, but they couldn't figure out, no newspapers could figure out how to take that Charlie Dyer ad and condense it. As a result, they started losing revenue through advertising. Now, here's what's happening. These idiots, here's what they're doing now. If you go on the Tribune.
Idiots, I say. Idiots.
I always go on the Tribune, like Boston Globe, Boston.com. I always, every day, go on them to just the landing page to see the headlines and stuff.
Are you paying for that?
No.
You will be.
That's exactly
will be.
correct.
You will
Because what's
be.
happened now, over the last month and a half,
You look at the New York
you go to
Times.
Boston.com,
Yep.
you click on it, you got the headline, right? And you want to click on to read the story, you got to subscribe.
Absolutely.
Same thing with the Tribune.
Yep.
Same thing with the Tribune. So you know what I do? No. The only newspapers...
I like to keep like debts. I like to look and see.
You can't do that anymore at the Trib.
Yeah.
You can't go online.
I know.
You can't do it. Now, the only newspapers online that you can still read, the New York Post, and then what I've been doing, instead of going to a newspaper, I go to a news site like Fox News or CNN.
Yeah, and you get.
And I get the news.
But locally, you
Forget
don't.
it.
Yeah,
Forget it.
That's something. And magazines going to go the same way as
Forget
newspaper.
it.
All right.
All right, next.
Books. You read a lot. Now,
I disagree with that totally.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
I had mixed emotions about this one,
Totally.
and I said the same thing. Because there seems to be a culture right now that loves to, like say in Newburyport, there's a couple of old bookstores.
Can I tell you something? Kids, I read an article about it. They're gravitating back to holding books.
Instead of hearing it.
The Barnes & Noble in Florida, Ellen and I went in there because I wanted a book for the beach. Packed. All young kids buying whatever. Case in point, my granddaughter's a voracious reader. We said, what do you want for your birthday? she wanted all of the Nancy Drew books, like 30 of them.
I love the
the
series.
hard copy Nancy Drew books.
Yeah.
So I disagree with that. And the library in North Palm Beach, always packed with people taking books out. Always packed.
Well, I had mixed emotions when I saw that, and I was thinking in Newburyport. That's what I was thinking.
Well, Kindle. Do you read? Are you a reader?
Yes.
Do you read hard copies or do you read Kindle?
Hard copy.
Yeah, a lot. That's about 50-50. Like my sister, Kindle. Like we're sitting by the pool, Kindle. Me, I like a book in my hand.
Yeah, I tried the whole Kindle thing or tablet, whatever, same.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just couldn't.
You can't get into it.
Yeah,
agree.
I felt detached from
Yeah.
it. Isn't that silly?
Landline.
Oh yeah, that's pointless.
I have a problem with that one too.
I'm so used to it.
So am I.
And
I mean, my landline at home is a business line. But
well, I kind of.
yeah.
Anyway, I mean, when I lived in South Lawrence on Exeter Street, I still remember my telephone number for the house.
Yeah.
You
Me
know?
too. Yeah, landlines are going
Murdoch 683858.
MU. Yeah, no.
And we had a party line. I know Chrissy will not know, but we had.
We did too.
We had two other people on with us, so you'd pick up the phone nice and slow.
Those were they were called party lines when we were kids.
Because you had three people, and the phone rang differently, like if it was for Chrissy Cunningham.
But you could eeavesdrop on your neighbor.
And listen to what was going on. It was a hoot. So you pick up the phone slowly, and you're cuffing it, and it was.
It's landlines are going by the wayside. I agree.
You have one?
I have one at home, but
Strictly business.
But we never get business calls. We get spam calls. That's all we get. Now I do have a landline in my office, but that's connected to my computer.
Oh, okay.
My Jackson computer. All right. What else you got?
Cable. Now, you
I
spend
agree with
a
that.
lot of money on cable.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. A friend of mine, I'm going to tell you, do you have cable?
Yes, I do.
Okay. A friend of mine.
I'm a TV
Chrissy, do you have
person
cable?
At night.
Okay.
I love watching TV at night because it.
A new company's come out.
Okay.
And I have the information at home.
Okay.
A friend of mine who visited us, actually visited my sister in Florida, said, "Why do you have cable?" And I said, "Well, why don't I?" Well, why? She says, "When I come down, I'll show you why." There's a new company that started. She came on one of those sticks.
Yep.
Okay. You stick the stick in the HDMI slot where your cable goes.
Yeah.
Costs $200 initially. Let me finish. To purchase,
Okay.
and then $50 a month.
50.
Listen.
How much are you spending?
Listen, what you can get. You can get any TV station in the United States. Any station. So you can get WPGB in Dubuque, Iowa, and watch it.
I love that
We
station.
watched Channel 5 every day and Channel 4. You know what else you can get? You know the movies that are in the movies now?
Yeah.
We watched Brady, 80 for Brady.
How do they do that?
They cut a deal. They have all of the current movies, then all your Netflix, all your Amazon Prime, everything is on that stick.
That's hard to believe.
All right?
That's hard.
I will get you the information.
They will stop that.
My cable.
They will stop that in a hurry.
My cable costs me $250 a month. That includes my landline,
Okay.
my internet.
Landline's what, about 40?
Yeah,
38,
no, it's my
something?
internet because I have to have, because of the show when I do a remote, I have to have additional bandwidth.
Yeah.
So it costs me about $240 a month for
But
TV.
you write that off as a business expense,
Part
right?
of it.
Most of it.
Most of it. Let's continue.
I know you.
Let's continue.
Privacy. Now, this is a good one.
That's a problem.
That's
Right.
a problem.
That's a big
Chrissy,
problem.
what do you think? Do you think you have privacy?
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you have Alexa?
No, I have the other
Good
one.
point.
If you have Alexa, you don't have privacy.
Google.
You don't have
You
privacy.
never did. It's an illusion. Moving on.
You know something?
No, you're right.
You go on.
Like it's so subjective to what you consider privacy. Like you
Well,
know what
you
I
know
mean?
what bothers me?
From who? From what?
You go on the internet and Tommy orders XYZ saw blades.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you're getting inundated
with all different kinds of blades. Absolutely right, Mikey.
Yeah.
You know who does that? Amazon. Oof, they're notorious.
They're the
for that.
king.
Yeah.
What's it hurting? My sister used to put tape over her laptop camera, and I'm like, no offense, but what are you doing that's so interesting that you think anyone's trying to watch you in the first place?
Well, that's true. No,
I'm
I don't
just
think
saying,
I don't
like-
think that's the case. But let me tell you something. We have about a minute left before you continue.
I have no more.
I am hugely in favor of banning TikTok in this country. I think TikTok they need to ban TikTok.
Why?
Because I think there are too many people using it to do harm to other people. With challenges, I see it.
Trying to figure out who owns them.
Who owns them? I honestly, in my heart, do believe they are owned by China. I watched for 2 hours the hearings with the president of TikTok. I am convinced 100% that the Chinese government they do own TikTok, and they are using that as a vehicle to spy on the United States. I honestly believe that. You guys could think I'm nuts.
I don't agree with you on very much, but this, I'm with you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We have one more segment. We got some other stuff to talk about. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and can never agree where to go. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with the great Italian cuisine, Capri's Seaside Italian Kitchen and Pizzeria. Me? I love the elegant romantic vibes Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu with prices that make it the place you want to visit each and every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of a cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, and the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Concert Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all of these great places, and they treat everyone like they are Mike Lamazzo. Best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all this fun is right at your fingertips. You can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler.
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
In addition to the spectacular views overlooking the golf course, we have an incredible new chef, Oscar Figueroa.
We still have all the favorites, but Oscar has created a lot of excitement with his new specials.
Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
Okay,
Man,
we are back. We are back.
Hey, you know what I want to ask you before I forget? Seaweed.
In Florida?
Now, yeah. Well, they have this seaweed out in the ocean. It was picked up by the satellite.
It's let me tell you.
5,000 miles long.
5,000 miles long, like 1,000 miles wide, and it's already started washing up. It's unbelievable.
What are they doing with it?
They're putting a game plan together. They're going to have to remove it with trucks every day. I mean, it's not unhealthy seaweed and all that stuff.
But after a while, it'll start to smell, won't it?
That's why they have to remove it. But it's just washing up on the beach.
Even on the East Coast where you are.
East Coast is getting the worst of it.
So the West Coast has got the red tide.
And we have the seaweed.
My niece...
we stopped going to the beach. We stopped going to the beach the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks we were there. We just sat by the pool because you go to the beach, you're going to step over all this crap. Now they're removing it every day. They have these trucks with these scoops. And
I wonder if they can make a good fertilizer.
No, they could probably Chinese food.
I was going to say, just let them dry it out. The hippies will eat it.
Exactly. Or smoke it.
What did you... Wait a minute. Whoa. Back up. Would you say Chinese food? They're going to use it for Chinese food?
I eat in Chinese restaurants. Eat seaweed all the time.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
How do you like it? Fried with a little bit of garlic?
Yeah, a little lasso sauce on it.
It's too salty for me.
Right? Anyway, hey, listen. Before, excuse me, can you press the button? Now I'm disoriented. So now
that's okay.
Now I have to go by your schedule.
She'll go like
9 minutes.
She'll go like this.
All right. How's your reunion thing going? You got what? 4 or 5 people going?
How's my what?
Your high school reunion. What do you got? Four? How many people? Where are you going to have it? Like a table for 6?
No, 8.
Well, they're all dead.
You know something? We had 437 classmates.
All right, let's do the math. How many have responded?
To the best of my knowledge, and I'm sure there's
437. How many responded?
Oh, the response has been unbelievable.
Okay, how many are coming?
We're going to end up just classmates now. Just bring it down.
Go ahead.
Classmates 75.
Now you take the
75.
Wait, that's 75 including spouses.
No. That's what I'm trying to.
150.
No.
Well, whatever.
The ratio will be different.
A lot of
some
them
are going to bring boyfriends,
and
some
a
will
lot of
bring
them are widows. A lot of them are widowers.
Girls got a couple of tables. I mean, so anyway, long story short, we're going to have about 115. You know what the entertainment is?
Yeah, Ricky Andrade.
Yeah.
He's not good. He's good.
He's going to put on a freaking... You know what the costume he wears?
Yeah.
The Elvis Presley costume? That's almost $3,000.
You know, you blew it.
I blew it?
Yeah, you should have gone to my buddy, Chrissy knows him, Jeff Marin from Rockhurst Auctions, just had a huge Elvis auction at Graceland. He headed up the auction.
I read about it. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, you could have bought...
Is it better than my Elvis hair that I have?
You could have bought Elvis's, those famous eyeglasses that he wore on stage. He auctioned those off. The famous white cape outfit?
Yeah.
That. The toilet seat that he fell off of.
See, you're being fresh.
I'm just telling you.
No, you're being fresh,
Well,
and I know you are.
I'm being honest.
The man is not here anymore.
Dead.
All right. But anyway, long story short, getting back to
overrated.
Your ass is overrated.
Very
Don't
overrated.
give me that.
Very overrated. But go ahead.
His gospel music was fantastic.
So was
his love songs were great.
Yeah, okay.
Ricky Andre is going to nail it.
All right. Let's move on.
So you sit down, trying to track down these many people. There's three of us. Larry Lefebvre, who you happen to know,
Yeah.
number 16, Dr. Robert LaBelle, and myself. So three guys, no chicks.
How did you track these people down?
Oh,
Seriously?
what a pain in the ass. So now you finally track. Now you get it down.
Do you track someone down and you find out he's dead?
Well, then you write down
dead.
Deceased.
Oh.
I don't like to use the word.
All right.
It bothers me.
I thought I'd ask the question.
So now you have a contact, right? You have information. You have either email or you have an address. You have a telephone number. So you send out a card, right? We're going to, September 1st, over at the Doubletree Hotel Andover, we're having a reunion. Bada bing, bada boom. This is your choices for meals. You send a self-addressed envelope. So you're putting a stamp on.
I've done all that.
Okay. Now you send it to them. You think they would even write back and say, I'm not interested.
They toss it.
And you have a check mark for either one. I'm
toss
going, I'm not going.
Here's the mistake you made. Unlike me.
You got nobody at your reunion.
Excuse me.
Whatever you did was
No,
zero.
I'm talking about.
You were minus.
I'm talking about my tact for the St. Alfio program book. What you do is you come up with your list. Before you.
How is the program book going? Is it too late for people to maybe put a memorial in?
No, absolutely not.
How would they go about doing that?
We're going to talk about that in a future show, hopefully. We're going to talk about that. But people, if they want to contribute,
how much of a time frame do we have?
I have plenty of time. We have plenty of time. So far, we've raised about $3,500. So we've got about 35 or 40, and our goal is to get 100, which we will, because we're sending out the next wave. But anyways, what I do is...
Why don't you ask me?
I call you
Why
up
don't you
first.
ask me?
You already sent 100.
I know, but why don't you ask me, Mike, when you were doing the program book...
Oh, no. Listen to me.
This is in addition to?
Absolutely. You're not going to believe the money that is going to be raised for the program book. And you did a phenomenal job. I'm not talking about...
The biggest year I had was $38,000.
We're going to probably quadruple that this year with corporate.
Because of the 100th.
Quadruple it.
That's fantastic.
I'm talking out of the woodwork. 5,000 here, 10,000 here, 15,000 here.
For the program book or corporate sponsors?
Both.
Don't combine them.
No, program book. Program book is going to be off the charts.
That's fantastic.
Off the charts.
That's fantastic.
But anyway, make a long story short, come up with your list. Before you send anything out, you call them up. Hey, Mike, it's Tom. Would you be interested?
I didn't have telephone
Well,
numbers.
I don't want to hear it. You didn't do enough work.
How many people did you get at your reunion?
30.
How many? I didn't hear.
30.
30? Yeah, that's what I thought. We're going to have 115 plus.
Actually, I take that back.
And I have to say one thing
26.
about the Doubletree. They're bending over backwards.
Yeah, but hold on a second. My class was only 150 guys, so 30 out of 150, not bad. That's the same. I bet you it's pretty much the same ratio. You had 450 in your class, right?
437.
And how many you got coming? 75.
Classmates. Plus.
Same ratio.
Plus.
I don't want to hear it.
We got 3 minutes to go here. So
Same ratio. All right, listen, real quickly. A couple more things about Florida. There's not a good pizza joint in the whole state.
We knew that.
Not a good pizza joint in the whole state.
Now, even Carmine's doesn't make a good pizza.
There's one pizza joint that is not bad, and the guy's from Boston. It's a little Italian restaurant, and his pizza is pretty good.
How about the Olive Garden? You got an Olive Garden down there?
No, I wouldn't go to the Olive. What are you, nuts? Why would you go?
Last week, you turned around and says, "What?" And I almost fell over when you said it, and I let it go. Olive Garden. How can you go wrong when you go to an Olive?
I was joking. I wouldn't go to the Olive Garden on a bet.
That macaroni grill that was where the
That
Olive
was
Garden.
good.
That was outstanding. And that building was only about 5 years old.
No,
They
it was
tear it
good.
down and they build an Olive Garden.
Real quickly, we got about a minute and a half left. The Feast of the Three Saints is coming up. The 100th anniversary, all I can say is keep your eyes open for the entertainment. The entertainment package is going to be off the charts, non-stop entertainment for the
Can
whole
you tell
weekend.
us one of these shows?
No, not yeah. Well, it's not when Anthony Parmesan, our esteemed president, announces it.
We got to bring him back in with us.
Oh yeah, we will. With that being said, Mikey, good to be back.
Entertainment attracts people. You know something?
Absolutely.
We had this disagreement.
No, it does. It does. You're right.
You got a good entertainment, you're going to drop. Look what we did with the Common.
I
Come
agree.
on.
Chrissy, nice to be back. Nice
Good
to
to
see
have
your
you back.
beautiful face. And with that being said, Mikey,
She's always the same, this one. That's
She's
what I
the
like
best.
about
She's
her.
the best.
Consistency.
Consistency,
There
baby.
we go.
With that being said, remember, if you can't make fun of yourself, please do not make fun of anyone. Have a great week.
Welcome back, T.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Audio Jungle.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.